Good morning, my name is Sandra Milena Sierra, and today we are going to talk about the uses of information and communication technologies in teaching English. First, we are going to talk about the unit number 2. The use of new information technologies in teaching is one of the most important aspects to improve and optimize the educational process, enriching the arsenal of tools and methodological techniques that allow diversity in the ways of working and making the process of teaching a foreign language interesting and memorable for students. I'm going to talk about text number 1 is teacher training in systematized environmental education. The objective is to analyze the perception of teacher in training on environmental education. Second is identify the strengths and weaknesses of environmental education at the university. The context is the need to educate for sustainability, role of teachers as agents of change, and the methodology is case study, sample of 3,000 full-time teachers teaching in medical and non-medical universities in Kashan. Data collection techniques, for example, questionnaire, interview, and observation. As a result, is the teachers training recognize the importance of education and teacher in training show interest and motivation to learn about the subject. Teacher in training have difficulties in integrating environmental education into the curriculum. Teachers in training demand more resources and institutional support for education. Um, as a conclusion, the teacher in medical units that work more time, the public do not implement ICT and have fewer training opportunities. But the teacher need ICT training and holistic visions. So we are going to talk about the use of ICT in English language teaching. For example, we have the definition of ICT is the ICTs are a set of technological resources that facilitate access, for example, in communication and transmission of information. So we have some characteristics such as diversity, interactivity, ICTs favor the development of the four language skills. For example, listening, writing, speaking, reading, and the authentic and functional use of the language. They promote meaningful, active, reflective, and collaborative learning, as well as the development of cognitive and metacognitive strategies. They facilitate access to culture and linguistic diversity, as well as interaction and exchange with native and non-native speakers. Some advantages are motivation, autonomy, collaboration, adapting communication, and others. We have some tools for work in the classroom, such as the most frequently used ICT tools in the educational process include electronic textbooks and manuals that demonstrate with using a computer and a multimedia project, electronic encyclopedias and reference books, simulators and testing programs, educational resource of internet, video and audio equipment, multimedia presentation, research, work and projects, or to have some tools for work in the classroom, such as Word Wall, Libre Worksheet, Learning Chocolate, and other platforms that we can use for work in the classroom. So we have a classification of ICT in English language teaching, such as typology and function and application. For example, in typology, general ICTs are computers, internet, software, cell phones, tablets, etc. And specific ICTs are digital resource, mobile applications, educational platforms, etc. And function is communication and collaboration practice and reinforcement, evaluation and follow-up management on an organization, connect presentation, inclusion in education. And for application is face-to-face teaching and distance learning and be-learning. The ICTs is important for work in the classroom with the students because it's a tool for development the learn in the students. Thank you so much.